Whoa. Hi. I have no idea what the fuck was that just now. 1,106 days. Where's the other one? Oh, there we go. So, today is finally the day I can finally have some time to start the main story for 4.2. I don't think I'll go all the way, obviously. And I've done my dailies already, so I don't really worry about that. I do have an ulcer. I feel like every time I want to do a story, I have an ulcer. Does it not feel like that way? I swear I had an ulcer last time. Not last time, like around like Amphoria's story. Either how, I do want to complain, I guess, about that previous run. Holy shit, it was so ass. I cannot believe I'm one fucking shot of a red gem, or any gem to be fair. I got this early on, give me an emblem. Got a red gem early on, which able to get with a knife to instantly make another emblem. Then I mistaken this for a different what's it called, investment strategy. I thought this is combine two basic, you get a random advanced not advanced, it's like upgraded advanced equipment. That's why I thought the advanced part. I didn't know that the combine is actually called advanced, and the moment I take it, I'm like, wait, this doesn't make sense. So it's also halfway through, I'm like, why am I getting so many of this? Right? The decapitated operation. I'm like, why am I getting so many? Then I realized, oh shit, it's supposed to be this. I think it kinda worked well, question mark. At least I take a pretty universal general item. Not sure triple of that on Jingyuan is good, but it's something, alright. These two save my ass. This give so much HP. This gave so much coin because I lost so much HP. This is like the two combo that I was like, whoa, save my ass. Still didn't beat the boss, had to rely on the safety net. Mainly because did not get the 10 stack 10 Zenzo, which is so annoying, honestly. Let's see what's his effect. I discovered that putting it on someone that can act fast is obviously a good choice. At first I'm like, wait a second, Agalia with the Memo Sprite also acting for the stack for Zenzo doesn't for the lightning lords does seem really good. And it is. Then I discovered, wait a 7 Anaza is not bad too. And with these two combined with who's the third day that we got? Am I crazy? Day that we got. Who's the third one? Because you need. Oh no, I did not have the third one. I just, at first I don't have 3B, but then I realized that I don't actually need 3B. I think I'm more prioritized on energy so that I can get Agalia on field better. There we go. Thing that I feel like probably not the most optimal, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter, I won, and therefore we should now move on to the actual main story. Yes, there's nothing else. Just go straight to it. Do I want to watch the recap? Yes, I do.
After defeating Sparksy at the Graphia Academy, I followed Himeko to the Imagenesis room, tucked away on the campus, where records of the Herald of Death incident were stored. There, we ran into Himeko's father, Ryusuke, and the two parted on bad terms after the conversation.
I want to hear my own
Just
audio.
go straight to it. Do I want to watch the recap? Yes, I do.
After defeating Sparksy,
Okay. The in-game does sound a bit louder. Turn this actually down a bit.
during a tour of the Express, the two put aside their differences temporarily. Afterward, we
Temporarily?
received an invitation from Pearl. She wanted to discuss a partnership with me as a fellow supplicant,
Not
and
say like we
invited
can
me
do.
to
What
visit
the
her
fuck is the
company,
word I want to think of?
Perlux Corp.
They bonded, I guess. Like, they're no longer really put a big bad
At Perlux
together.
Tower, we had a friendly spar with the superheroes,
The
Daybreak
Squadron.
Squadron, and a tour of the Mechatron production process. Pearl suggested that we join forces and host an Astral Express themed convention, Star Rail Fest, to lure out the remaining supplicants.
We haven't even. Oh my god. Wasn't the whole point of Star Rail Fest initial thing was to call out Nihilux to do a signage? That didn't happen, right? The moment we reached to the area, we immediately got introduced to Venecia, and then we get in and then proceed to do like mini battle or sequence of based on previous adventure, and then boom, we just get challenged by the Daybreak Squadron. I don't know why I'm recapping while there's a recap going on. we hit the Daybreak Squadron, and then we fight one point, and then that's it, that's the end.
Meanwhile, Pearl also ordered Detective Ashvale to look for leads on the new Herald of Death case. The detective's relentless pursuit eventually led him to his prime suspect, the charity organization known as the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Happy.
Both Ashvale and Kuchiba witnessed the uncanny ability of Full Wish,
I hate
president
that
of the
Kuchiba is
Smile
not playable.
Society, to stir up a crowd. Realizing Full Wish was attempting to interfere with the Phantasmoon games, the two paid a visit to Ashvale's old acquaintance, Cinderborn of the Daybreak Squadron. During the conversation with Cinderborn, Ashvale sensed a deep, dark secret behind the happiness surgery that the society offered to its members to erase their pain. On the day of the Star Rail Fest, we were invited to the exhibition as special guests. During our visit, we ran into the mysterious Evanesia again. She also happened to be a hardcore fan of the comic series The Fluffy, so we ended up exploring the festival dedicated to the Express together. However, as we passed through the Xianzhou Law Fu exhibition
There's a
area,
random ass
the
Zenzo
Daybreak
logo in the
warriors
sentence.
challenged us as supplicants. Their provocation was accompanied by a smear campaign against me from Full Wish TV. The Daybreak warriors launched a massive attack with the reanimated Mega Mechatron, Alloy King Pom Pom. When all seemed lost, Ashvale unleashed his power and broke through the enemy's offensive. However, he also tore open a fissure in space during the process, which took everyone down into an unknown abandoned station. The being
High-key
hiding
excited
deep
for
within
the-
the
for
abandoned
the
station
continuation of the
stirred
story.
restlessly, twisting and ripping its face. Thankfully, Pearl was able to rescue us with her timely intervention. Little did we know, things were about to get worse with Ashvale's terrible revelation. The happiness surgery was actually implanting the flesh of abominations of abundance into Smile's society members.
The fact that abundance is a thing is so crazy, because you're like, most likely we're just gonna deal with elation shenanigan. No, we'll do it. Elation shenanigan, which is mainly the neutral party. The destruction surely gonna appear sometime. Then the abundance is just here because why the fuck not? I don't know, they're gonna go over it again, most likely. But another extra thing through the last patch was discover Evanesia. Very likely to be, or it is, I can't really confirm yet. It's just said by one person, though it does seem very likely to be someone part of is a part of the abundance also. Is it an animator? I cannot remember whether they say that. And mainly because the ambrosia arbor, is that the word? The tree, the abundance tree is there. That yellow tree is abundance. Hindsight, pretty obvious, but you wouldn't think of that, right? When you see the tree, I'm like, oh, pretty tree, you know? And makes sense why Zenzo is not Zenzo. Why Yao Guang is here for the trip. Though, I feel like and also Blade being on the duty, because we ended off with Ashvale meeting Blade, and they seem to know each other. Like Ashvale even know Blade before Blade, like Ying Sing or something. So that is all I know of, all I remember of.
Leisure comes easy. Pity that I struggle to keep my sights on the present.
So, also near the end, the moon just say like, oh yeah, okay, the game start. They're like, okay, I guess everything is happening already.
Of fate.
Shut up. Everything is happening already. I guess we just go on. We get a message from Silverwolf. They say they are also participating in the game, and yeah, that's about much. So, from what I gather, most likely, all the supplicant is already known, right? There's 8 of them. There's the Trailblazer, Sunday, Silverwolf, Ashvale, Pearl, Sparksy or Sparkle. My brain stopped working. Well, just one more obvious one. Actually, no. The last 2 is not guaranteed yet, at least not right now. Very high likelihood is Evanesia. The other one is very likelihood is the leader of the Happy Smile Society. That's what I feel like. So much. How you been?
Wait, did you hear that? The moon just spoke!
I'm not hearing things, am I? The Master of Elation is here?
Master?
Hurry, make a wish. It might actually come true.
Hang on. This isn't right. Is it? Oh, that winking moon up there in the sky. It just spoke. For real.
For real, for real.
Oh, hey, it wasn't just me, was it? You heard that too, right?
Can I just guess like her and saying no? Never heard a thing.
I heard it too. That's why I came straight back for you. The winner of these Phantasmoon games shall inherit all my authority and become the true, permanent Aeon of Elation.
Oh, is that what they say?
Which means...
Permanent. Aeon of Elation. Aeon of Elation. So what, we just... The Aha just like, I have my life flash and time to retire.
Precisely. Aha has raised the stakes. The final winner will inherit the authority of Elation itself.
Are you serious? This is so wild. It doesn't even feel real anymore.
Every time a path has vanished or been absorbed, the cosmic turmoil has lasted for dozens of Amber Eras. The transfer of an Aeon's divine authority. How could that ever amount to a mere wager, lightly traded in a single world's game?
It is funny though.
The most logical explanation is that Aha wants to steer this game toward utter insanity. But then, who can possibly fathom the mind of an Aeon?
The other easier explanation is that moon is not by Aha.
Not every Phantasmoon game's ending has been recorded. Many were lost to time, most likely a consequence of the winners exercising their newfound divine authority. But as far as recorded history goes, this is unprecedented. After all, the chance to be an Aeon for just 1 minute is already an irresistible lure for many.
Something does feel off.
Exactly. It's just too weird. Can you really just give up being an Aeon? What if this is just a big prank by those masked fools?
In the historical records, instances of the Phantasmoon speaking are few and far between, and the likelihood of it being influenced by an external force is exceedingly slim.
Not zero though.
Basically, unless what the Phantasmoon said is some cruel joke or a play on words, once the games are over,
Become the true permanent Aeon of Elation. I don't know how to twist that. The one way I can think they can twist it is that, oh, you are now Aeons of Elation, but I become Aeons of Elation too, which I just gonna eat you up, and now you're just part of my team. So we're just like, becoming Aeon of Elation too. Did not say, it technically did not say that Aha would step down, or that that you're gonna survive as Aeon of Elation.
are over, a new god will be born.
Because
One
he's
of
the Aeon of Elation.
unknown identity, unknown morality, and unknown purpose. They won't be a guest with a 1-minute pass to the Elation theme park. They will be its new owner. They may spread good fortune and steer the great wheel of the cosmos toward hope. Or they may be a god of utter malice, mocking all who stand against the destruction, intent on dragging the universe into an abyss of despair.
I must have overheard my wish. So true, so
You
true.
wished that if you won the Phantasmoon games, Aha would become the new leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
Hey, that one you're referring to.
Perhaps Aha heard your idea and decided to pack up and flee in the middle of the night.
So true.
No way! It's Baseball, Raccoon, March Bunny, and Himeko in the flesh!
Himeko.
What are they doing here?
I don't know, maybe like playing the fucking
I
game.
couldn't even get a ticket to Star Rail Fest. And now, I'm seeing them right here on the street.
Whoa. Where did all these people come from?
The street.
Hey, that declaration the Phantom Moon mentioned was about you, right? What are you gonna do? Got any kind of moon landing plans in the works?
Yeah.
You should just hit it with your bat! Send that thing spinning into a black hole at the edge of the cosmos!
Not these ladies definitely speak something very valid. No, but why would I do that?
You smash anyone who stands in your way with that bat!
The way they say it makes you sound like a supervillain.
Not that wrong.
Uh-oh. You don't think that fight with the Daybreak Squadron made everyone turn on us, do you?
It wouldn't be fucking surrounding us in...
Come on, isn't that basically your trademark? You beat the Daybreak Warriors senseless.
Oh! All these big shots from across the cosmos, fighting to the death right in our backyard. It's gonna be epic!
Epic? Are you brain dead? One wrong move from them and we're in serious trouble. Just like what happened with the Herald of Death years ago.
Sign this for me, future Eon!
Future Eon.
Yo! When you become an Eon, can I be your Emanator?
So true. Just randomly go out to them and
We should get
just
away
us.
from this mess. Let's head back to the Express and discuss matters there.
Squeeze way through the crowd. They just read 6-7.
You're back.
Yo, hi Vel.
Himeko messaged me. She filled me in on the Star Rail Fest and the Phantom Moon's declaration. Things really are changing fast.
Our allies might start to have second thoughts. Now winning the game is more important than ever. I believe our objective remain the same. Stop for there, click.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. We came here to win. A bigger prize doesn't change that.
Still, the mere fact that the Phantom Moon made a declaration is anything but ordinary.
To prevent the divine authority from falling into the wrong hands, the supplicants may go to any lengths now with their tactics and actions. After all, in most people's minds, they alone are the ones best suited to wield power. Right or wrong has little to do with it. Such is the nature of human will.
Yeah, and that may be exactly what the Phantom Moon wishes to see. A spectacular, head-on battle of ambitions.
Madame Pearl has sent a communication request to the Astral Express. Accept transmission?
Since when this was a thing. But sure, let's say yes.
It hasn't been long since we
Maybe it has been a thing.
And here I am disturbing you once more. My sincerest apologies.
Please, there's no need to apologize. Given the urgency of this transmission, Madame Pearl, I assume you wish to discuss the Phantom Moon's recent declaration.
Nothing manipulates people's emotions quite like that moon in the sky. A permanent handover of divine authority. It is unprecedented.
I can't help but wonder whether some malicious presence lurks behind the Phantom Moon. Still, who else but the Elation themselves could wield such control over it?
Maybe I just like
In any case,
think this is
Phantom Moon's
not
speech
that
has made the public
actually.
realize.
Sorry, I think the reason why I didn't like make a big shocking like when I heard about it, I was like, I doubt so. But who knows? Could be real. If anything, I doubt the Trailblazer. Okay, what could happen is that Trevor do win, get the elation, and say like, actually, elation is just now archivalry, or I mean like, the Trailblaze. I'm just now archivalry. What's up? That could be a thing.
But the power to create a god is in their hands. Their emotions, and perhaps even their wish power, are swelling to historic levels. The Department of Aberration Defense even detected a surge of agitation and unrest among the Imaginary. When normal people believe power rests in their hands, their decisions tend to grow more radical and reckless. Please, be careful, and make sure to protect yourselves.
We need protection.
It
How
isn't
context
required,
show?
but I advise you to limit your appearances in public spaces. The Media and Public Relations Department has been monitoring public sentiment. At present, speculation and criticism regarding the Astral Express are surging.
I've seen it online myself. Following the fight with the Daybreak Warriors, there's been no shortage of hostile commentary aimed at her.
Say my name.
A commentary program on TV has been claiming the Express's adventures are nothing but stories fabricated by the IPC. Many believe the Astral Express is oppressing the local heroes, and some are even speculating that she is the new Herald of Death.
What the? What's wrong with these people?
Also, the fuck happened to the David Squadron? Are they just gonna be swept under the rug or what? Like, just randomly a group of people just like disappeared without a trace?
These narratives are undoubtedly being amplified by media platforms steered by Full Wish. I've received a report from the Security Bureau. They tell me that many fans of the Daybreak Squadron have been stirred up and are threatening retaliation against the Express. I'll reinforce security in case agitators attempt to storm the station.
You can control public opinion, can't you?
I can, but you overestimate what control really means. In the arena of public opinion, those who look strong are often the ones at a disadvantage. And besides, you'll be distancing yourself from us for a while. Isn't that right? That is accurate. We intend to scale back our public association for the time being. If it's confirmed that the Express is colluding with the IPC, its public image would only deteriorate further.
True. Why don't we disclose what really happened in the fight?
Regrettably, I cannot agree to this.
Oh shit, they do
Clarifying
that's
the
what I
facts amid a
thinking.
frenzy of public sentiment is like trying to quell boiling water by stirring it. It only fuels the flames. The happiness surgery causes recipients to undergo an abundance transformation. Disclosing such sensational information would probably be taken as a hoax or trigger public panic. I will instruct the Department of Aberration Defense to verify the true mechanism behind the happiness surgery as soon as possible and assess its potential impact. I strongly advise you to exercise restraint in front of the media. Even the smallest statement can be selectively edited and misrepresented.
Uh-huh. It's all foolish doing.
That much is certain. Still, given the current volatility of public sentiment, please exercise caution and self-control.
I'm
I
the
sincerely
selfless,
hope
most
the
controller's
Fantasy
person.
Declaration will not disrupt the goodwill between us. A greater danger still stands before us. After listening to the Declaration, who knows what extremes Full Wish might be driven to. Affairs demand my attention, so I must excuse myself. Should there be further developments, I will keep you apprised.
Okay. Bye.
What do you make of the current situation?
We need to take action and put a stop to Full
my
Wish
God, me
before
speaking.
things get even worse. Even if I'd never joined the Phantom Moon Games, I'd still make this decision.
So true. For Scott, for Cinnabon, honestly, just for everyone.
We cannot allow her to deceive and poison innocent people in the name of happiness.
Agreed. Given the likelihood of Full Wish acting unpredictably, we should confront her with everything.
Okay, now it's a bit weird. Slightly weird. I don't think it's out of character, but it is also very odd. Every moment we can every moment we are talking about the Herald of Death or what Full Wish did, somehow Scott will be brought up. Now, I get it. The first I think this time still fine, because this is the start of the new version and people might forget like, oh yeah, Scott is dead. But if they keep saying like, oh man, I'm gonna do this for Scott, raise some suspicion, right? So
And we have. That reminds me, I've been wondering, the happiness surgery taps into the power of abundance, yet Full Wish seems perfectly normal. Just how did she get her hands on something so dangerous?
Perhaps it's the lingering poison left behind by the previous Herald of Death.
Propaganda, mass marketing, the fucking power of dragging people into your cult.
15 years ago, the monster who turned living flesh into his artwork would, in the heat of combat, slip into bouts of frenzied elation and delirium. The murderous mark he left behind, the bloody bloom, was no mere delusion. According to his interrogation transcripts, he claimed to witness a brilliant golden tree, promising him everlasting life.
Oh, like the ambrosia armor, like the Phantom Moon called Yasuke tree.
I cannot say whether the vision this madman claimed to see corresponds to something real, but the possibility cannot be ruled out. He claimed that in his hallucinations, the golden tree's branches coiled around him, drowning him in frenzy and pleasure. He wanted its blossoms to bloom before all, and to bring about that miracle, he was willing to slaughter without restraint.
Isn't this just like being Mara
It's clear that the Herald of Death was a supplicant who bore the power of abundance. The tragedy he orchestrated in plain Arcadia ultimately forged another version of himself. Full Wish. Right now, in plain Arcadia.
Wait.
How many?
I guess not
Many
really.
have undergone the happiness surgery and turned into potential abominations of abundance. It's a terrifying thought.
I'm just thinking like maybe Full Wish is the Herald of Death
What has
original.
happened to you over the years? Hiding behind these innocent people. What are you really trying to accomplish?
But the IPC say the Herald of Death is dead, like
I
dead,
need more
dead.
information about this junior of mine. I plan to head to Graphia Academy.
But
care to join me? If we're to investigate Full Wish, we need to examine the traces left behind from the Herald of Death incident that took place during the last Phantom Moon Games. The recollections of teachers and the student records sealed away by the school. We're bound to find a vital clue there.
let's go.
If you're set, let's get moving.
I cannot remember what's the main attribute for obviously Mousestruck is just you go whiny, not very leafy, and you just supposedly can't die.
Well, after that so-called dream campus experience, we've ended up back at Graphia Academy. It's almost like revisiting the place after graduation.
I suppose you could call this your alma mater now. Still don't know what that is, but wait up, I pressed the wrong button.
Wait a minute. This nostalgia isn't an after effect of the Sparksy virus, right?
I don't know. Are you praising Sparksy?
Don't worry, March. The Department of Aberration Defense conducted a comprehensive disinfection of the campus.
That's a relief. The last thing I need is to be mid-investigation and suddenly morph into some hopping, dancing mushroom rabbit. Speaking of which, where should we begin our investigation into Full Wish?
Look at me for what? You should be looking at Himeko. How about talking to the Dean first? That is probably the easiest.
Should we go and find Mr. Ryusuke first?
Ryusuke?
It's only appropriate that we obtain permission from the Dean before proceeding with the investigation. 15 years have passed, but there should be a backup of the student files, work logs, or visitor records, and only he knows where they're stored. Let's go then, to the Dean's office.
Say yes.
Hello, passing through. Miss my turn. Your voice right here. Hello, Ryusuke. Long time no see, Ryusuke.
Himeko! There you are at last. The news said you got into a huge fight with those, what are they called? Warriors at the Floating Isle exhibition. And then you disappeared. Now, let me see you. You're not hurt anywhere, are you? I sent you a dozen messages, and you didn't reply to a single one. Do you have any idea how worried I was? But seeing that you've come to tell me you're safe in person, I'll let this slide.
Surely.
If you're really so preoccupied, a message or a call would do, you know. Ah, it's you two. I saw you on the news as well. Valiantly fought, huh?
Sorry. Okay.
These Megatron warriors don't know who they're messing with. Do you think they dare challenge my daughter's subordinates?
Well, now it feels like we're the underlings of Warlord Himeko or something.
Are we not?
In any case, I'll leave Himeko in your hands. Please try to keep her out of combat.
Unless we need a follow-up breaker, then there's also fire weakness, then sadly I feel like we need her. I'm a great bodyguard. Of course, Grandpa. I got it, Grandpa.
Stop. Every time you and she get together,
say my name.
The conversation somehow drifts completely off course.
Sorry, Mom.
I'm fine. I'm good. Your daughter's no porcelain doll. We came here to...
I know. I understand. You didn't come as my daughter. Rather, I am currently speaking to the navigator of the Astral Express. But tell me, has there been progress on the new Herald of Death case? I wasn't expecting the questioning to come in rounds.
I think we pretty much solved it.
Rounds?
The Department of Aberration Defense also sent someone here before you. They inquired about Foolish. But regrettably, I truly don't know how to answer. On one hand, I wasn't here 15 years ago.
That is
on one hand. Other, she is still considered one of our school's distinguished alumni.
Okay.
I'm aware that you're involved in the investigation too. So, I compiled the pertinent documents ahead of time. I hope they'll be of use to you.
That is useful.
Thank you, Mr. Ryusuke.
Go ahead. The files are inside the archive room. Take whatever materials you need.
About Foolish.
To be honest, it wasn't until the Herald of Death incident 15 years ago that I first learned her name.
Makes sense, I guess.
As the Dean, I should have met up with her more often and tried harder to soothe the wounds it left on her. But I just couldn't. Do you really need all the details? The whole serving as a model example thing. I don't want to tarnish it completely.
Okay.
I knew it was a selfish thought. But I just couldn't help it. Back then, whenever I heard her name, I thought to myself, if someone was able to survive the incident, then why couldn't it have been my daughter?
I guess.
15 years ago, I received a commission to paint a massive portrait for an elixir seeker chief on the planet of Goliath Shepherd. They say an elixir that could cure countless diseases. By the time I came back, everything had changed. There had been a terrible accident on campus, and my daughter... Even though I knew my presence here wouldn't have changed anything. Because of that incident, I made a promise to never leave this world again during the Phantom Moon Games. That's why I immediately flew here when I heard about the full Phantom Moon. But once again, I was too late. And the supplicant called Sparksy had turned the campus upside down.
It's all right. You can leave the crisis solving to the Nameless.
You're right about that. Yet oddly, once Sparksy stirred up all that chaos, applications to the school soared to an all-time high. Oh, times we live in are increasingly beyond my comprehension.
Why won't take up? We won't take up any more of your time then.
You're always welcome. Other than the archive room, you could also try talking to Miss Dolly. She's the longest-serving faculty member here and likely knows the most.
Then we'll try the archive room. Let's go, you two. Thank you, Dad.
We should be able to find the archive room and Miss Dolly around in the Genesis classroom, right?
Right. Speak with the student in the corridor. The fact that you can move towards us is terrifying.
Oh my goodness, I thought I recognized you in the distance. Himeko,
I wanted to speak with the student, but okay.
Miss Dolly, please forgive me for not coming to see you sooner. I've been back for a while now, but this is the first chance I've had to come see you.
Don't worry about it. I'm simply happy that you cared enough to visit. I must apologize about the mask you entrusted me. In the end...
Please, I can't thank you enough for safeguarding the mask all those years.
Look at you. You haven't changed a bit. Oh, you and your friends look like you're in a hurry. Is there something you need to attend to?
We're here to ask about Foolish.
Foolish? The poor child who survived the Herald of Death. The school organized a fundraiser for her back then. I still remember how she bowed again and again with tears in her eyes at everyone who helped. Poor girl, though she was lucky to have survived, her parents didn't make it. There were rumors flying around the school saying she had something to do with the Herald of Death. Otherwise, why would she be so lucky? She's the only one who survived. What a bunch of scoundrels. She had good grades and a good heart, and becoming famous, she often came back to visit the school and sponsored a number of scholarship projects.
Speaking of which, do you know anything about what happened to her after she graduated from school?
I heard she went somewhere beyond the sky to further her studies after graduation. She had the chance to work for the Interastral Peace Corporation, but chose to return home and take over Seafell TV instead, which was on the verge of bankruptcy.
Somewhere beyond the sky. Miss Dolly, do you know where she went exactly?
I never heard. However, she pushed out many projects after taking over the TV station and managed to expand their business to the whole of Plain Arcadia in just a few years. That is all I know.
Thank you, Ms. Dolly, for your intel.
Teacher, that the gym teacher is sick again.
The new Herald of Death is real! They say he came back to life and was responsible for what happened in Dovebrook. He's not coming here to kill again. Is he? Maybe we should ask for leave and stay home until this blows over?
So real.
What are you, scared? If he really comes, I'm live streaming the whole thing and getting all the clout for it. Who needs leave after that? I'll just quit school altogether.
Sorry. What do you know about the Herald?
I heard he murdered hundreds of students here 15 years ago.
Hundreds? Really? I only heard that the crime scene still exists somewhere on campus. I don't feel too good about this. We should get out of here.
If we help the Express Gang, there's a chance we might get featured in The Fluffy.
You're seriously obsessed with becoming famous.
Okay. Today I don't think I can stream long. I just got some notification.
The atmosphere in this archive room is giving me the creeps.
That's why I was
So
like pausing
gloomy.
occasionally.
Almost like we've stumbled into Fixtroll Garden.
So probably after
It was
this
like
segment
this
I'll stop.
15 years ago as well. The archives tracked all academic results. Near the final exams, students dissatisfied with their abilities often poured their frustration into painting unsettling things. There's a lot of data stored here. Aside from what my father organized for us, let's explore the other areas as well. If possible, keep an eye out for clues regarding Fullwish's life after graduation. She returned to her alma mater frequently, so there must be records of her visits. Dabbling in technology related to the abundance. Where exactly did she acquire it? Perhaps her past holds a clue.
We physically have to investigate the sparkle door and investigate the computer. Computer that probably older than you, leaving out his golden year on this desk. Such foolish. Renowned entrepreneur Foolish visits school frequently. Foolish warmly shake.
There are so many press releases here.
Warmly shake hand with student. What did they take from the speech? Here's what the result of student here say. Scroll forward a bit. Renowned entrepreneur for which the donate scholarship. School make first appearance in for which TV annual universal ranking. For which TV cover our school anniversary celebration once again.
The school's annual distinguished student register from 1982 to 1984?
Do we use that kind of calendar?
For 3 consecutive years, first place was always Foolish.
So annual distinguished. Okay. Herald that. No result from your search. The search page left the blank text on the white background right in your face.
The IPC has severed all channels of intel with its iron grip. Hardly a surprise.
Here we go.
Formal caution regarding a student's non-compliant hairstyle. Disciplinary action concerning a student's involvement in 3 food poisoning cases. Disciplinary notice for a student's involvement in a physical altercation.
Fucking coffee has been taking life since 15 years ago. Simply manifest you read with the bated breath that it take a good long while before you snap away. Right, this is exactly the task at hand. At the very bottom of the entry regarding Himeko lies a faulty appointment notice from 15 years ago. That new red hair assistant is the dean's daughter. Her constitution is weak, so she can't handle heavy labor. Remember, don't assign her anything outside of clerical work. So read the note in the file. Interesting. So, Sparkle.
Is this?
Could Sparkle really have pulled the same trick and left you a gift at school? Take on Sparkle though. Confiscated from the Sparksy fan club unauthorized late night gathering. Take a conversation this time. Confiscated items plushie. Splashy is a word I not meant to say. Reason for confiscation: 3 second year students have and 5 first year student formed an unauthorized club called Sparksy Fan Club and held an unsanctioned gathering in the gymnasium late at night. Club member wore bizarre costume, waved glow stick and chanted, "Destroy the old model and spark seeker forever." All while surrounded the door. The continuous noise resulted in a night patrol teacher surfacing a sudden seizure and required emergency medical attention. Disposal method stored in the archive room to be returned upon graduation.
Ugh, did they really have to put this here?
Yes. Okay, it's almost like mandatory for them to put them here.
I've looked through the catalog, and there are serious gaps in the data. After the incident, the Department of Aberration Defense must have confiscated a significant number of the school's archives and logs.
Open up! Detective March 7th is on the case. So spill the beans. How much do you know about what happened 15 years ago?
You got the wrong guy, I swear. I'm just an innocent cursed
Oh
imaginary.
shit, you are alive!
I don't know anything.
Oh! Holy shit, I was not expecting you to be imaginate.
Ribbit. The dean ordered me to dig up whatever materials I could find for you all to read.
Okay. That's a surprise for everyone. The label of this campaign read Alumni Yearbook. In what year did for that imaginary probably have seen some shit, because most people will probably come in here expecting there's like nothing going on, there's like no one's watching. You know, that fucking thing is like staring at them, literally eyes in the wall. In which year did Foolish graduate? You seem to remember you obtained this information somewhere. Recall deeper. 1984 to 1980 something, right? It's 1986. As a later detection is sufficient to make up for missing memory. It is currently the year 1990 in the Planetary calendar. The arrow that took 15 years ago. 1984. But that's 1984, right? 1984. But she's a second year, because this happened during the last year of Himeko, right? And if she's a junior, so it must be 2 years later. Sorry, it must be a junior either 1 or 2 years later. So it's 1980. It should be 1986 then. Fuck. Wait, no. Yeah, Sheldon Junior. How is it 1984 though? Was I stupid? The current year is 1990. Terror death took 15 years ago. She's a junior. Wait, do they mean junior as in same batch, just younger, but same batch? Could be. Should I online yearbook for the class of 1982. It's still across the youth, running across the photo. It feels surreal to think that these pictures are now pushing middle age. For which was not among them. It was pretty well designed. Everyone in the graduation dressed like they had raided a costume shop, and some genius even brought their illegal imaginated creation for the group shot. Culture sure is quite liberal. Regrettably, for which was not among them. First, this is a somber graduation. None of the students in the yearbook betrayed any hint of smile. They stood parsley like the teeth in an aged person's mouth, separated by absence that could never be lifted. The field. In the alumni yearbook for the class of 1984, you find a page belonging to Foolish. Birthday, Seafold City, Corner Station, Star Zone. Contact. Post-graduation destination, Institution of Cognitive Science, Garden Star of Botanical Study. It does botanical, okay. Favorite color is white. Can see it, sure. Dream to go to the seaside. Favorite animal is a hallucinesia. Is that an actual thing? I'm searching it up. Hallucinesia is actually a thing. What the fuck is that? I'm searching on my phone so I cannot show it. What? Holy shit! That thing is wow! That is some wow shit! As in like WILD, wow, not not VILE. Don't know what, I don't know, is it like a good or bad species, but that thing looks crazy. Ideal career, teacher. Message from classmate. Rain day has finally arrived, but so many never make it back. If you haven't slept away earlier that day, could I have done something for them? Could I look at the empty seat in our classroom? When I look at the empty seat in my classroom, I often feel guilty for being powerless, foolish. Do you feel the same? We have come to terms with it now. The past is the past, thus those of us left behind, we have to take care of ourselves. I hear the climate of garden style of Honkai study is very difficult. Take care of yourself, for which. Sia. In first place in the campus imagining competition, ranking at the top for several consecutive semesters. You have always been outstanding, for which. That's why I truly believe you can make it through that anime and shadow all Panicadia with a smile. That we won't be easily defeated by a single tragedy. I never doubted that. A new chapter in life is about to begin. Facing the lens of life. Please keep smiling. Sarah. Message from the teacher. Hearing that you will soon leave Academia to pursue a cognitive science, I can't help but feel a sense of loss. It's a failure on my part as a teacher that I couldn't inspire you to stay in the imaginative industry. But as your teacher, I fully understand your choice to help shape a researcher like you for the Intelligentsia Guild, filled with deep pride. I wish you the vastness of horizon for which may you realize your dream, and may the sorrows sown in the past blossom into flower of happiness in the future. Hermine. Okay, this is a bit bad taste, but so can I just make a phone call? Hello, doctor.
Garden Star of Botanical Study. Cognitive science research. Miss Dolly mentioned that Full Wish went beyond the sky to study after graduation. Turns out this is where she went. Let's go chat with the others.
Doctor, I know y'all might be busy and huge and all, but like, we might need some questioning.
Well, did you find anything?
I found this clue. I think I accidentally entered a new segment.
Garden Star of Botanical Study? It appears to be a greenhouse world located within the Consternation Star Zone. Oh, found it. Its property ownership is registered under a specific school within the Intelligentsia Guild. Strange. The name of the school is encrypted. I've heard conspiracy theories claiming the Herald of Death from 15 years ago was actually someone from the IPC. Given the great lengths the IPC went to in wiping away all traces after the incident, perhaps the rumors are true.
Full Wish was hurt by the Herald of Death. Yet after studying in an institution funded by the IPC, she became a suspect in the new Herald of Death incident.
Always come back to the IPC. Obtain a energy of abundance? Could be.
You mean she created the happiness surgery after studying on that greenhouse world?
It's certainly possible, but the information is still too vague to make any judgments. I'm more inclined to think that after witnessing the power of the Herald of Death, she resolved to uncover the truth behind it. That's why she went to another world to study after graduation. But is the knowledge she gained in just a few short years enough to create the happiness surgery? If the power of the abundance used in the happiness surgery stems from the Herald of Death's lingering poison, would the IPC, who have tried to hide this in every way possible, really be unaware of her actions? There are too many things here that an ordinary scholar simply couldn't achieve. Perhaps I should contact her as a fellow alumna and have an open, honest talk.
Contact Full Wish as her senior? After all this time, would she even want to see you?
I don't know.
Wait. Were you? I cannot remember. Wait. Do you already graduated when the incident happened? It doesn't make sense if Himeko is a senior. Incident happened 15 years ago. The same year, Full Wish graduated. Therefore, being Himeko as a senior, Himeko must have graduated. Therefore, the reason why Himeko is alive because she's not in. Hey, wait, that makes sense. That means Full Wish cannot be the only survivor because there's message from classmate, right? Unless they're talking about different classes. But then, no, that must be the reason. I must have rewire my brain to think otherwise. Let's just stick with that.
Back then, I had taken a leave of absence from university due to health issues. So I was doing some idle work at my father's school to clear my mind. Full Wish would occasionally run to the library to slack off. She and Belle always appeared together, helping me organize newspaper clippings.
Literally answer all my question in like the next second.
Things and library cards, all while chattering on about classmates' crushes and the latest gossip. They didn't treat me like a patient who needed special care, nor did they treat me like the dean's daughter. We often shared snacks brought from home and secretly dug out the school's collection of ancient books and paintings to admire them. Full Wish, she was the model student, always knowing a little more than everyone else. Her questions often went beyond the textbooks, pushing past the boundaries of what someone her age should know. When she looked through those illustrations of Imagine, her eyes would always sparkle. I could feel the passion in her eyes, and an unspeakable sense of loneliness. If she still remembers our old friendship, she will meet me. Full Wish is walking a dangerous path right now, and the deeper someone walks into the abyss, the more they crave the recognition and understanding of old friends. I want to ask her myself, why has the happiness she pursues become an illusion that can only be maintained by a taboo surgery?
Just randomly say I will protect you is kind of odd. I'll go with you. You know, just chill with you.
Me too.
You better.
Thank
You're the
you,
only
too.
preservation. I guess I can go preservation.
And thank you for your investigation. Though many questions remain unanswered, at least I now have a clearer picture of her movements after graduation. By the way, before we leave the school, there's one more place I'd like to visit. Before I meet Full Wish, I want to say goodbye to that memory from 15 years ago.
You mean that old school building from 15 years ago?
Okay, to the old school building and continue the investigation. I think once I... Wait, why am I saying things? Visually should be here, right? Shouldn't be here. Should I change ourselves? Miss Ollie? There's a path of procession. Is this where you're trying to lead me? There's just straight up a ghost in the sink. Okay. The fuck? This is some like actual fucking like SCP shit going on here. All good. What? Small item created by a certain mysterious hacker girl after hacking into a breaking them will go ding and temporary gain movement speed and combat buff. Oh. Thank you, mysterious hacker girl, for your generosity. Massive. Oh, it's here. Wait, can we see? I can.
I'm so sorry. I just couldn't finish tidying up the ribbons, and now I've dragged you into staying this late.
Don't worry about it, Belle. It was my turn on duty today anyway.
Himeko? Is this?
Yes. In this imaginated classroom, the after images of the students from 15 years ago still linger in their original places.
Tomorrow is the school anniversary. I wonder how lively it will be. They've invited parents here. Will your parents be coming? Oh, Full Wish?
Oh, that's Full Wish from her.
Okay, here's a correct theory. Here's a fucking correct theory, okay? Full Wish is the original Hero of Death. Very crack, okay? Did the Hero of Death thingy, right? Because what's the motto called again? Like the calling card, like Blood Blossom. Most likely could be reason for testing out stuff. Don't know. No, they did say it's a supplicant though. Unless she like secretly becomes supplicant. Could be, because no one know the identity, right? So it's like she could be a supplicant. That's probably why they also done it to their parents and the people around the area, but probably no one catches it, or what you cannot say catches lah. No, it cannot be, because again the IPC say they get executed. Her know who Full Wish is. Her did not suspect Full Wish, so it cannot be. No. This the theory is chopped. It's gone. It's throw it out of the trash.
Her youth.
Absolutely down the drain.
Yeah, Dad already took time off. By now he's probably out on the streets with Mom, picking out formal wear. If it's my daughter's performance, we have to dress to the nines. That's just like him. He always loves making those kinds of jokes.
Then you'd better put on a good show, huh?
There won't be a show anymore, Belle. Because unexpected guests have arrived. Everyone from the Astral Express and Himeko. I didn't expect to meet you here.
Technically, also part of the Astral Express.
Did you enjoy yourselves at Star Rail Fest? Did you grant those smiling kids their wishes and bring joy to everyone?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Full Wish. Himeko, you recognized me at just a glance.
Saying foolish again sounds weird.
I am here to mourn that dusk from 15 years ago. Before making any major decisions, I always come here to sit in silence for a while. I thought Himeko was at school like the rest of us that day. When I saw Belle lying in a pool of blood, when I was crushed under the collapsed wall and unable to breathe, the thought crossed my mind. Poor Himeko. If you had met the Herald of Death with that delicate frame of yours. But who would have guessed? You're alive and living quite well. You became the navigator of the Astral Express, roaming freely beyond the sky, just like the three of us used to talk about in our chats. Your dream came true.
I don't like where the conversation is going.
Congratulations are in order. Himeko, do you know 15 years have passed? And my wounds have mostly healed. Regrettably, there are some scars and emptiness that time can never heal. Look around. Even here, even with these phantoms, their seats are still empty. Belle, Leon, Xianya, Mia, and so many others. 15 years have passed, and I've learned that time isn't a cure. It's a shroud, binding itself around me, layer upon layer. So I made a decision. I'm going to tear it open. I'm going to let everything bloody and unforgettable beneath it see the light of day again. See the light of day? You were a victim of the Herald of Death, only to become the second Herald of Death yourself? You intend to use a power you can't possibly comprehend to win the Phantasmoon games.
I guess we just
How are
out
you
everything.
any different from that monster back then? From the monster that took your parents' lives?
Okay, I feel like just hold it. Foolish have no information of this. I feel like we are just this is like the second time I feel like the Express has done this. Who was it the first time that also just leak out entire details? Was it Himeko also? I swear it was Himeko again. Just like I don't think Foolish know we know the information about them. Right? Foolish only met with Asheville and Kuchiba. Though they might sense us collaborating since they see Asheville with the Express around, but there's no like way they can confirm that what the Express know is that they caused or Foolish caused the second Herald of Death. Nor would she know that the Express know that they have technology of they use the abundance technology in their system. I feel like us laying out that information early will yield nothing but make it harder for us to deceive actual information. Yes, that's it.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't compare you to that devil. You still have a chance. Stop this now.
Because right now we won't...
Stop? I'm sorry. I don't quite understand what you're saying.
You see, now she can play dumb. Like, that is such a bad, like, negotiating, politicking, whatever, speaking skill. Period. Like, you're too upfront, too honest. This guy, in a game of fucking like Among Us, you cannot leak information even if you're a good guy. Like, not say leak information. Like, sometimes, mainly I do this for like One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Side tangent, but even if you're like a villager team, you don't just say everything you know outright, because the werewolf or the bad guy team can use your information against you. They'll decipher like, oh, certain roles are out, I can act as those roles. But if you lie and say that, oh, this role doesn't exist, they suddenly will think that, oh, that role doesn't exist, try to claim that role, but then suddenly, oh shit, actually I was lying in the first place, that role did exist, I'm that role, right? And that's where you catch the bad guy. I feel like you can do the exactly same thing here. Alternatively, kidnapping, let's go.
I would advise everyone to think twice before making rash accusations. As a media professional, let me give you a piece of advice. From now on, when you're in front of a camera lens, watch your expressions and be cautious with your words and actions. At the very least, try not to look so flustered during this public exchange. We live in a world where we are constantly gazed upon and watched by others. This camera crew was originally prepared for my upcoming speech, but meeting you all here, it really adds a wonderful dramatic flair. To the audience watching from your screens,
you see what I mean? I feel like that is like the worst play Himeko have ever done. That is genuinely one of the dumbest thing I've seen. Right? There's no possible correct outcome for you to reveal that information. Right? You're just letting anger succumb you. Right? And I don't doubt that this is out of character. I feel like Himeko probably are the type that just yell out, right? I don't think the writing is the issue here. And they obviously like realize the issue and therefore the always capitalizing it. But as a third person, seeing the biggest blunder they made, it make me like, oh. But we move on and see how this concludes.
you know my name, and I know that right now, you are watching me. 15 years ago, with the tacit approval of the IPC and the Arcadia Council, the Master of Elation's divine ritual degenerated into a barbaric, bloody game.
Alright, I will text to reply.
You and I, the residents of this Arcadia, surrendered a lifetime of dignity, wealth, and time to them. All in exchange for a single full meal. We are surrounded by bizarre entertainment and stimulating gore. We soak all day in shallow, boring programs, achieving nothing.
I do like this CG. She's very pretty. That's all. We all can agree on that front.
And now, we must live in fear of the unscrupulous atrocities of these supplicants from beyond the sky, forcing smiles as we applaud and cheer for them. Is this the happiness the god promised us? No! Absolutely not! The Master of Elation would never be deceived by miracles, but with pain and blood. What they desire to see are heartfelt smiles. And so, they granted me a revelation. Everyone, on that evening 15 years ago, what saved me was not luck. It was not the supplicants, and it was certainly not the IPC. Right here, as the Herald of Death approached, step by step, the one who sent down a miracle was the Master of Elation. They allowed me to escape with my life. And when I was trapped in a small room, consumed by loneliness, they sent me a mask. They revealed my mission to me. To bring happiness back to a plain Arcadia that has lost its smile.
15 years ago? You got a mask 15 years ago?
I, Full Wish, survivor of the blood-stained games, hereby formally announce that I will join the Phantasmoon Games! In this game, I shall win the Eon of Elation's authority. And then, I will make smiles of happiness bloom on the faces of every single person in plain Arcadia!
You see, now that is how you make a speech to the other opponent. You don't like fucking review too much. In fact, she's like doing a fantastic job. She probably already have put on a mask and done some wild shit. But you know the supplicant is most likely. I don't know how they get the information of who the supplicant is, but there's probably is a place they can see who the supplicant is. So before, like, they can like secretly wear the mask, start doing some sniveling things, but their public identity will be revealed soon. So just her acting like she's gonna join the game now, or like a very soonish, or prior to this, soon ago. What the fuck was soon ago? Is that a word? Anyways, that is a smart play. Now Himeko, take note.
Himeko, don't frown. Smile. I will bring happiness to you too, just as I will bring it to everyone. I won't manipulate the Phantasmoon Games like those high and mighty IPC executives. Nor will I treat the rewards granted by the God of Elation as bargaining chips for profit. We are in plain Arcadia, so we should decide the winner in a plain Arcadian way. I'll give you a stage if that's what you want. I invite you all to a televised debate at Full Wish TV in Seafeld City. The invitation extends to all supplicants.
A plain Arcadian way? That's just a way that benefits you. We're not going.
So true.
You can refuse, of course, but then, under the gaze of billions of viewers, you must accept your public image as frauds deceiving the world and cowards with guilty consciences. Remember, this isn't just an invitation. It is your only chance to defeat me in front of everyone. Since you believe you represent what is right. The stage is set. Come and perform this final act that will determine the future of the Arcadia with me.
Final
Or
act?
simply leave.
We are in
The choice is
4.2,
yours.
broski. I don't know how much final act will this early.
Darn
Sorry for the
Are we
message.
just going to let Full Wish walk away?
We are right in the middle of the cameras she prepared. Remember to be cautious with your words and actions.
Himeko, you throw it out
Let's
the window.
leave here and return to the Express.
The amount of caution you could have used is gone.
Hello, everyone, and welcome
Fuck.
back to the Arcadian Morning Report. We're continuing our exclusive coverage. Just moments ago, we received some shocking news. The head of our station, Lady Foolwish, has officially announced that she will be entering the Phantasmoon Games as a supplicant.
I'm just saying.
At the same time, Lady Fullwish has announced a blockbuster special! The end of a century TV debate!
The end of the century.
To the Fullwish TV studio to discuss and debate the topic. What
Like
kind of future will
TM,
this movie
Opera O.
bring to this world?
Holy shit.
What a magnificent topic! At a time when supplicants from beyond the sky are brazenly suppressing and insulting our local heroes, finally, a supplicant has appeared who truly cares about and represents the citizens of Plain Arcadia.
Too true! Ever since these Phantasmoon games began, signs of things spiraling out of control have been popping up everywhere. First, the famous streamer Sparksy tried to spread a mimetic virus. Then the nameless of the Astral Express clashed with the Daybreak Squadron, causing severe damage to Lookout Cloud and the Skyline Express line.
With so many accidents happening, you really can't help but wonder, are we seeing a repeat of the Bloodstained games from 15 years ago?
I don't know, are we? Severe damage to Lookout Cloud and the Skyline Express line. Okay.
You got that right! Speaking of the Bloodstained games 15 years ago, Miss Fullwish herself was a survivor of that tragedy. She's come such a long way, never once letting her painful past keep her down. A true legend of resilience. Now Miss Fullwish has joined the fray as a supplicant. She must be here to stop the tragedy from repeating itself and to reclaim the peaceful days this world deserves from the hands of supplicants from beyond the sky.
Will she be able to shoulder the wishes of all Plain Arcadia and set this game right again after it's spiraled out of control? Let's wait and see.
Ugh, so shameless. Reporting news about your own station director on your own TV station, and you still have the gall to pretend you've received some shocking news? Don't you guys talk to each other internally?
I see. Fullwish actively issued a challenge. I ran a search. Seafeld City is a port town neighboring Duo-Mention City. Fullwish TV's predecessor, Seafeld TV, is located there.
They just consume them.
Looking at it this way, the televised debate is obviously nothing more than a diversion. What Fullwish wants most is for us to walk right into the trap she's prepared. So, what do you think?
The fucking smart play is to not go. Now I know they might not create the best miracle, but here's the thing. They're inviting every fucking supplicant. Now we probably will say that we have a numbers advantage. We have us, ourselves, Sunday, which is also part of Death Rest. Pearl, which seem to be on our side. What's the fellow name? Asheville, which is very strongly against Foolish, so we know he's probably taking our side. Sparksy, which, to be fair, merged with Sparkle probably, and they seem pretty chill with us now. So they might stay. They could be like a random oddball, but we still don't know. So we put that aside. So we're still back to 4. Silverwolf, we ourselves, the Trailblazer, know that Silverwolf is probably very chill to us, right? Most likely taking outside. Then the only other person is Evanesia, which we do not confirm yet, which I'm pretty sure it is. That's 5 essentially in a team. 5 against what's, even if the worst case scenario they all team up, 5 against 3. We have the numbers advantage, sure, and most likely Foolish would know that. Questionable. There's no way in hell she intend to actually have a debate, because she will lose it. So this is like the biggest trap of known all trap, right? And not going cause reputational damage, yada. All those can be amended after exposing what the fuck Foolish does. Now, that is the coward way and the smart way, but there's no but. Honestly, I don't see a reason why we need to go. But confrontational is what the Trailblazers do, I guess. So, let's go.
You're really going to the TV station to fight her?
Look, every patch we need to have
I'll
some
go,
sort of boss, man.
But not to debate. I'm going to tear off her mask of happiness in front of the entire audience.
Ooh.
But before we
infiltrate,
I need more help.
Now that's more keen of what
we can all help you.
I'm thinking of.
Wait, do you mean
Sparksy?
Sunday?
Ever since Sunday was dragged into the Phantom Moon games by Yao Guang, he hasn't returned for days.
It's been days.
I haven't heard of him making any public appearances either. Asking him to cooperate as a wild card right now is a good idea.
But what's the deal with finding Sparksy?
Whether Sparksy counts as our ally is a massive question mark. But right now, there is indeed something we need her help with.
I'm just telling you, I'm like a seer in this kind of thing. Not really, but I basically call exactly what happened.
Full Wish said that when loneliness trapped her in that small room, the Master of Elation sent her a mask.
For real?
Her claim might just be a glorified way of saying the tavern sent her an invitation. But that phrasing reveals that she is likely a masked fool. If every fool has stepped into the tavern before, then there must be traces hidden there left by Full Wish as a fool. Just like
how we tracked down the clues about SparksyCon.
Sparksy. Will she stand on our side? Well, this is certainly a condition she wouldn't be able to turn down.
You just said.
Oh my, okay, give me a sec. Okay, I really need to
As for the brewing storm,
try to end it soon.
whether the turmoil once again is the result of the laughter's mischief. What exactly was that supposed to mean? You mean to say the Joy Seeker wants to destroy the very rules they laid down? The game they wove with their own hand?
How did Full Wish create a miracle already?
This fox mask is a ritual instrument I once used in dance and music. It accompanied me across vast distances.
Sorry, my brain's not working. What did you just say? You say that as for the storm, brainstorm, whether the tomboy once again is the result of the laughter mistake. I mean to say that Aha want to destroy the very rule they laid down, the game they wrote with their own hand.
In search of an elixir of immortality, a mark of who I was in life. I've lost count of how long it has been since I last wore it since being enlightened and transplanted here. But here it is, presented upon the altar again, which means...
As the game's referee, you've been pushed onto the field. In this moment, you are now a supplicant.
Oh my god, what a shocker.
For over a century, I presided over a war game in which supplicants carved out their own territories and vied for supremacy, using the power of the masks.
How come Ashview have
I've
3?
also hosted survival games where emanators took the stage to compete, invoking eonic powers to try and slaughter every last opponent in a single day. Whenever the Phantasmoon games are at risk of being suspended or disrupted, I will use the authority granted by the elation and the abundance to measure, judge, and punish any violators.
Elation and
I
abundance.
guess you could call me the security protocol for the Phantasmoon games. But now, someone has gone and designated me as a supplicant. It's utterly unheard of. Who else but the laughter could pull off something like this?
Wait, so you're telling me... hold on. Your abundance and elation. The only time that I see someone possibly possessing 2 paths is Fantilia. And obviously Trailblazer. Who else have multi-path in them? I get technically Danghen. Technically a lot of the Express. So I think multi-path is not that weird of a concept. But for elation and mainly abundance, I'm trying to think. Any relation that could lead? Probably not. Because Fantasia is what? Destruction and abundance, right? So...
Perhaps.
Perhaps God?
Some
No.
entity harboring a deep-seated hatred for the laughter.
Who could it be? Entities like that. I couldn't count them all even if I used my toes. I warned that jerk ages ago. Take a joke too far, and you're bound to make enemies. See? Instant karma.
Never mind who he is or what he's after. We're here now. So what do you plan on doing? Fortune rests upon misfortune, and misfortune gives rise to fortune. Becoming a supplicant isn't necessarily a bad thing. Wouldn't that allow you to step openly into this chaos and drag the puppet master into the light?
You're looking to team up with me? Team up with someone from the abominations of abundance that you Xianzhou people despise?
Scrumptious.
That's hardly appropriate. You're an ancient sacred tree. It's the furthest thing from an abomination of abundance, no?
You're a tree?
Oh, your standards are certainly flexible. The hunt and the abundance. We really make quite the interesting pair. So, where do you plan on starting?
How about we start by freeing my friend in the tree?
I nearly forgot about that. Chip away, little bird. I'll allow it.
General Yao Guang and Miss Fox. I've received some news that might interest you.
You're just there since the whole time. Sure, keep your fucking birdie talk to yourself, I guess.
A happiness surgery that wipes away suffering. The power of abundance in this world is disgustingly excessive. It seems the most terrifying omen I foresaw may not originate from the Stellaron hunters, nor from plain Arcadia itself. This supplicant, called Full Wish, is also a dangerous variable.
If you can.
Sorry, what? Stellaron hunter. Not from itself, no. The thing called Full Wish is also a dangerous variable.
I would ask that you direct your focus toward Seafeld City.
You want to take a trip to Seafeld City? It seems I'll have to use some special measures to shorten the journey.
Oh, this is the part I've been looking forward to the most. I've always been curious where exactly the secret court is located, and what it connects to.
Sanjo lady, let me show you this world's most impressive method of travel.
That's exactly how they travel. Fucking fast travel.
Here we are.
Just a fucking zoop.
Alrighty. Wait. Why are we at the station?
Because naturally, we're taking the express to get where we're going.
All that build-up, and this is your idea of an impressive method of travel?
Well, what else? That's why I said you've definitely never seen this before. It's the Bulletworm Express. I bet you've never taken a ride on this.
So real.
You're the arbitrator of the Phantom Moon games. For crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way of getting around?
Yeah, y'all gonna have a fucking car that should
You're
crash.
Great General of the Sanjo, for crying out loud. Don't you have a cooler way to get around?
I just answered that.
Fine. For the first time in my life, I finally know what it feels like to be a fool.
The train bound for Seafeld City is arriving at the station.
Hey.
Suddenly they become like the best slapstick fucking duo comedian ever. Just for me a thinker.
That's the second time.
I mean, it does make sense though. Why would a ruler, arbitrator would able to have money? Or not able to have money, like why would she have money? Also, I thank God there's a pause here. Why did my mouse disconnected? I feel like most of the time I just pause and start yapping about random stuff. But at least it make me think. My brain is like, processing storyline, conflicting information. Why the fuck did Himeko leak everything? And everything in between. So I'll say in terms of like getting back to the version patch story, it's not bad to start off. Not the worst. Not say it's bad. It's not bad in the first place, right? Do want to see it. They do hit it strong. Instantly tell us what their objective is and introduce to a new area, or we're going into a new area. And change its perspective immediately, right? So that's neat. Clearing a lot of stuff out too, right? Although they tend to like spend the most first half to answering questions, I feel like they did a pretty good job answering most of my questions early on. So great. Don't know where I'm gonna continue. Hopefully tomorrow. So we'll see. So with that, thanks so much for coming back. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.